This is your one and only 𝐈𝐸𝐻81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and welcome back to another informational Valheim video. Today, we're going to talk about everything that we've learned about Hearth and Home. Let's get to it. So in the previous Hearth and Home news videos that I've done some speculation in those videos. There will be no speculation in this video. This video is going to be purely what we 100% know for a fact. So now that we got all that out of the way, let's first talk about all the new changes. So first off, food will now have 3 distinct types favoring health, stamina, or balanced. This is represented by the fork symbol that is shown over top of the food. So red favoring health, yellow favoring stamina, and white favoring balanced. So it will have equal amounts of health and stamina. The food bar has been removed and has now been replaced with timers. Once they start to get low, they will flash just like before and indicating that you need to eat more, but now you will actually be able to see how many minutes of food you have left. Wolves, deer, and boar will now drop distinct types of meat depending on what they are. Wolves will drop wolf meat, deer meat, boar meat. Players now have a stagger bar. If that bar fills up, the player becomes staggered. Shields have been separated into 3 distinct types: the tower shield for taking big hits, the buckler for parrying, and the rounded shield for more balanced gameplay. Tower shields have gotten a buff so that they have more knockback, and blocking power will now be based on your max HP. So block power currently in the game is based on the shield. All shields have a specific amount of block power. Well, now that block power is going to come from however much hit points you have. The cauldron will now need upgrades to cook more advanced types of foods, just like the other crafting stations. Bread and pies will now have to be baked in the oven and will no longer be made in the cauldron. Two-handed axes are getting a buff with a faster windup, increased stagger damage, and more cleave. Bows are getting nerfed and will no longer have an instant draw even if your skill is maxed out. Drawing a bow, however, will still cost stamina, but holding the draw after you've already completed it will cost a little bit less stamina. So this gives you more time to aim. And that's all of the big changes that we know about so far. All right, so now that we've covered all of the big changes, let's talk about the new foods that we know of. So first off, there's the ice cream. Then we have the chocolate smoothie, the wolf meat, the deer meat, onions, which are going to be a new farmable vegetable, followed by deer jerky, wolf jerky, and boar jerky. Then we have the kebab, onion soup, black soup, and puke berries. And then last but not least, there's this pie. This is new. I just don't know what it's called. And that's all the new foods that I know of. If I missed any, let me know down in the comments. Actually, let me know down in the comments if I missed anything at all in this video. Remember, not speculative stuff. There's plenty that we can speculate about and plenty that we can put together. I want to know things that I like 100% Firespark. This is right here in the picture and you missed it type things. Moving on to new weapons and armor and all of that stuff. There's only 2 things that we're 100% for sure on, and that is a silver or iron buckler and a silver or some type of new two-handed axe. I have no idea exactly what either of these are. All I know is that they are currently not in the game and they are definitely new. Next up, we have new building stuff. This is a big one. They've spoiled more of this than they have anything else. So build pieces. We have new roofs, wood roofs, all the different types of individual pieces for the wood roofs. Then we have the window hatches, inverted wedges, chopping block, pots and pans, the dried herbs, iron bar walls, gold chest, stone oven, the wolf head, the raven, the braided beams and pillars, then the double braided beams and pillars. That's what I'm calling them. They're too long, so I'm calling them double braided beams and pillars. The carved arches, I'm assuming that's what these are called. I don't know what else to call them. Calling them carved arches. And the carved vertical half walls. Once again, not 100% what they're called. That's just what I'm calling them. Then last but not least, we have the piles of gold and then the stacked gold. And the last thing on the list here is retextures. So far, all we know that's been retextured is the hearth. I'm almost positive that it's not a new hearth. Judging from the images that we've seen so far and comparing it with the hearth that we currently have, it's pretty clear that the hearth has just been retextured. Other things that we know are coming, but we don't know exactly what they are. In their last devlog, they stated that we're going to get new furniture. They also stated building pieces and food, but we already knew those, but they have not shown any new furniture yet. I mean, furniture is chairs, tables, stuff like that, and we have not seen any of that yet. And on that note of things that we know are happening, but we don't know a lot of detail on, is we also know that the weapons, all the weapons have been rebalanced, but we don't know how. And the last of the info that we're sure of at the time of making this video, the release date for Hearth and Home is set for September 16th, 2021. And I think that just about does it with everything that we know currently about Hearth and Home. They have one more surprise for us before the release. You can be sure I will be covering that, but I wanted to kind of collect that all together, everything that we know all together in a video first, and then I will cover that other video that they release, or whether it's a post or a video, I'm not sure. They just said that they're going to have some type of spoiler for us. And then after that, it should be the release date. So yeah, let me know what you guys are most excited for Hearth and Home, whether it be the food, the combat reworks. Let me know down in the comments. I want to know. Personally, I'm pretty excited for the changes that they've made to food and the combat. You know me, I love getting out there and hitting things or blowing things up or shooting things. I'm all about that action. And I think the changes that they've made to the food system are gonna feel really good once we get out there and we start using them. The changes that they've made to the shields and stuff like that, I think are gonna feel really good once we're out there using them. And overall, that's what I'm most excited for. The build pieces are great, but as you guys know, I'm not really much of a builder. Give me a box, make it efficient, I'm happy. I know there's a ton of people out there who are going to be super excited for all the new build stuff, and I cannot wait to see what you all start putting together with that stuff. You can bet we're going to have an amazing builds video at some point down the line once we get all this new stuff, showing off some of the crazy things that you all in the community have created. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. Hit those comments. Let's talk. And if you enjoyed this video and you haven't already, consider hitting the subscribe button. All right, I want to give an absolutely massive shout out and thank you to my supporters on Patreon for making this video possible. Y'all are absolutely amazing people. If you would like to join my elite crew of Patreon supporters, please check out the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and share your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.